Hey guys, what's going on? ShabbyDoo here, and today we're actually diving out of the Shabby sneak peek of Autonauts, and we're gonna dive in here. So here's episode 1, and we're gonna do this one a little different. Obviously, we usually do a let's play style where I just go through the entire game with you guys. I don't really skip too much, but we're gonna do a lot more skipping in this just because there's a lot of just automation building, a lot of grinding in this, so we're gonna try and change it up just a little bit, nothing too crazy. I still want to show the process and like my thoughts behind why we're doing certain things as well. I don't want it to be like, all right, here's an empty field and then boom, look at all this stuff that happened. I want you to guess how it happened, so we're gonna avoid a lot of that. So right now I'm just kind of doing a big quick exploration of the area. I got a nice big map here, all the water's on the sides and the edges. It was pretty nice looking, so I was like, all right, let's go with this. So this is going to be our little starting zone here, and obviously it's here, but you can start anywhere on the map. You don't have to start where it starts you at. What? Oh, okay. Uncovered a bunch of plots. There's an achievement. So we got a nice big grass field up here with a cow already in it, so that could be useful later on. Nice boulder, stone here. So what I'm looking for in a second here, once I finish this little square off, is a good place to start my home, and I'm thinking here. This actually even here just kind of seems pretty nice. Clean up some of those bushes and we can make this real good. But actually I'm going here. We're gonna go right here because there's a lot of trees around, and we'll clean all this up too over time. We got cotton there. We've got bulrushes, fresh water, swamp water. Yeah, that'll be a great spot. Actually, you know what? We're going here. I like that spot better. We'll work our way down and around. Yeah, that'll be great. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to go through all that stuff we kind of did together in the episode 0 where I showed you guys the game. And I'm just going to build up a basic farming area. And I'm going to kind of cut back in because I've got an idea of how I want to do it. It's going to be a lot different than last time. So stay tuned and we'll be right back with that, okay? Alright guys, welcome back in real quick. So I just wanted to show you, all I'm doing right now is I'm going to start with this corner here. So we've got a nice little stone deposit here, and I'm going to make a nice little, I'm going to make a very different kind of forestry than you saw last time where it was like really spaced out. This one, what I'm going for is dense and compact. I want to try and save as much space as possible and be as efficient as possible by minimizing movement. So this will be my forestry area, plus I like it because I have this little stone deposit there which I didn't notice before, and we've got clay over here, so we've got a lot going on in one little tiny spot, which is perfect. So I've got my basic bot here, so I'm going to use him to help me, and as I get the base of my dense forest down, I'll cut back in for you guys so you can see exactly what I mean when I say a dense forest, because obviously that sounds a little confusing, right? So stay tuned. Alright guys, so first things first, what we did is I built my first bot, gave him a shuffle, and I am building out 3 areas that are going to be a 3x3. So I'm going to get a 3x3 right here. One, I'm going to skip a block, and then another 3x3, and so on the opposite side. So essentially I'm going to have 27 squares of operable forestry, and then eventually I'll put a path down the middle and fence it off. That's my goal here. So first step is I've got my dig bot here. I set up his parameters, so he's going to go around and dig for me, and I'm just having him do that whole area. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab another shovel, build another bot, and then I'm going to have another guy come in and dig out the holes for each area here. Because the key to this is that if you don't dig them all out beforehand, before you start your bots up, what's going to just end up happening is they're going to skip every spot. And I'll show you what I mean by that once we get there. So it's very critical that when you do build this yourself, that you dig all the holes preemptively. All right, next step. Okay, so my dig bot has dug up all the turf, and as you can see, I've got all the turf over here. So what I have them both doing right now is they each have a 3x3 section, one right here, one up here, that they are now, oops, missed this spot, that they're going to go through and dig up. So then what I'm just doing here now is I'm putting in turf just so there's no confusion for the bots later, because the commands will be find a tree stump, dig up the tree stump, and then, you know, there'll be the commands for... Oop, drop him real quick, go make a new... Okay, put him on the ground, go make a shovel real quick. Yeah, so it'll be a dig bot or two to find a tree stump, dig up the tree stump. Then there'll be one for find a tree seed, plant it in a hole, and then there'll be one for wood cutting, find the tree, cut the tree, and then it'll just rinse and repeat. Now, because we have it set to stumps, because we have it all pre-built, they won't dig up the path in the middle here, because all this will be turf. And because of that, there won't be any tree stumps here. And then later, once we fence it in, everything will fall into place as well. So that's what makes this really nice. So we're going to let these guys keep going here. We're going to make him his shovel real quick. And then get them back to work. And then they'll be done. And then I'm just going to go through, plant all these tree seeds, wait for them to grow. And then we're going to start the full process of automation for this one little plot here. We'll have a brilliant forest. Play. I didn't have them on play. So, all right, they're almost done here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant the trees. Then once they're fully grown, I'm going to make sure I have enough. I'm going to have one of each bot, maybe 2 dig bots, a seed planter, and then a logger. And then I'll show you how that all works. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you how to code the logger real quick. I've already coded the digger, so actually let me just show you, or the seeder. So what I did is I have just a couple things here. So I've got, let me just hit the pause button. So I've got it set to find the nearest tree seed within this bigger area right here, because things can fall out of the area. And it's going to move to it and pick it up until hands are full. And then I hit this little down arrow, which means if it cannot complete the task, it'll skip to the next section. So then I have the same thing here. Repeat until hands empty. And then if it can't complete the task, I have it set to move to the center square here. So that way, no matter what, he's in the center of it. And if he's not doing anything, he's not going to be moving around. He's just going to sit right here, as we'll see, not spending any energy. And then when something does go down, he'll move to it and start filling it and repeat the process. And then I'm going to basically do the same thing for him, but he'll probably never stop moving. So here's our logger. It'll be logger 1. Record. So we're just going to come over here. Going to hit this tree. So you're going to find the nearest tree, and we'll put it to the exact diameter here. Right there. There we go. 7 by 7. All right. 1, 2. Perfect. Okay. Just making sure. It's awkward to see the angles sometimes. So I've got that. He's going to find the nearest tree and just do that forever. And then if for whatever reason if he can't find a tree, I don't know why, maybe something's happened, but he'll just come and move here. And then go. So I'll have to give him his... Okay, good, I got the right one. And then actually, I'm going to code them later afterwards. We'll do a if function of before that move. If his hands are empty, he'll go and pick up a axe from a tool container, which we'll get that set up. So now this is how you're going to set up your basic dense forest. So now we've got all 3 of these. So what we need to do is now start programming holy moly over here. Oop, I need a shovel of my own. Let me grab that real quick. All right, so we're going to program him. If I can click on him. There we go. And we're going to record, and I'm going to go and find the nearest tree stump. So see how it says nearest tree stump? It's not nearest dirt. And then we're going to do the same thing. Set this up as a 7 by 7. There we go. And then we're going to repeat that forever. And then if you've got nothing to do, I don't know if I can get the move in here. There's too much stuff. Move. I don't think it's going to work. He'll come over here instead. Oh, nope. No. Stop that. I hate the shovel sometimes because it's like I want to move, but there we go. So I want him to move here. And then repeat this forever. All right. So he's going to go and do that. And then as he lifts up the stumps, our boy here, watch, we'll watch this for a second. So he's hitting this stump right here. And then he is going to come out, and he's already got 3 tree seeds in his hand. So he's going to come once he gets this. There we go. So hole, seed in. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another digger, maybe even 3. We'll see how much 2 does, because obviously we chop down fast. And then I'm going to get that set up. And then we're also going to get some bots set up to pick all this up and create storage bins, which I'll show you when it's complete. We're going to build 3 pallets, and we're going to get this all stored up. And then we're also going to get a bot in here to recharge our bots as well. So the first episode here, we're going to get this farm set up and everything involved with having a functioning logging section within the beginning of a game. And look at that, forestry. Excellent. All right, I'm going to get that set up and we'll check back in. All right, so we've got a little more progress here. So you can see one bot over there, he's turning logs into planks. I'm going to show you how to do that with the pole guy, and it's the same exact thing, except you would just use logs on a chopping block that's set to make planks instead of planks making poles. So it'll be the exact same. Let's go charge these guys real quick. I need to make my charge bots after this. As you can see, we're moving right along here. We got great storage going. I'm working on some auto crafting here. These are going to store rocks and sticks in a bit. So first we're going to start. So we're going to go over here, grab a pole, or sorry, a plank, and then make sure you have your chopping block set to make poles. So we'll just go over here, hit that. And then we'll tell them to go pick it up. And then we'll do that until this is empty. Oops, I missed the thing. Hit the little question mark this time and then hit that. So until this is empty, he'll pick up these poles. And then he's going to go and put it here. Move to storage, add to it until his hands are empty. And then he's going to repeat that forever. I'm going to just pick that one up because I can't remember if they can hold 3 or not. I always forget what the basic bots can do. One, 2, and then he'll go drop them, and then he'll rinse and repeat just like our plank guy is doing right now. Then we'll add those up too. So let's start working on some new bots here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? So because I've got everything moving down here, I'm just going to move this over here as well. I'm just going to actually kind of put it in the way, only because I'm the only one using it right now anyways. So we need another axe. Yeah, then one of the next things I'll be doing after charge bots is tool crafters, so that all this is automated. And then I'll tell them to go grab tools from their respective tool chests when they need a tool, and then they'll go back to what they're doing. So it'll be really nice like that. I'm just going to grab a stick, put it in here. I'm going to grab a rock and put it in here. And then what I'm going to do is, just like how I told this guy to go pick up logs, I'm going to tell one bot to go pick up all the sticks, another bot to pick up all the rocks, and then store them in here. And then what'll happen is our crafters will come up, pick those up, and then they'll make tools from here. Alright, so like an hour or so of gaming later, we are at where we left off last time in pretty much the episode 0. So this is pretty much where we would normally be starting off here. I wanted to just give you a quick glimpse, you know, before we got here, why I was thinking what I was doing, so we could, you know, kind of go through it together. So we've got our dense forest here. I've also got a axe storage and a shovel storage here. And if we look, I've got an extra holy moly bot as well to help with digging. Let me look at Holy Moly 3. So if you notice here, they'll keep digging, and then if their hands are empty, they'll go to the crude storage and pick up another one. So we are now completely efficient on this. The digging is pretty much immediate. I probably don't even need 3 of them anymore. Let's turn off one of them. So I've got my teams all set up as well. So I'm going to stop you. I'm going to come over here. Tell it to come here. There we go. So Holy Moly 3 will come over here, and we'll see if they can keep up with it now. How's the... Yep, tree seeds are good still. So what we're going to be working on next, pretty much, minimize that here, so we can check our book just to see where we're at. So we've obviously got all the beginning stuff. We need to start getting into colonization. So I'm working on a food farm to be using before we start everything. Farming vegetables, look at that. So, and obviously we start with a tutorial off too. So you can see my gopher bot up here. He's just like my little bot that I just randomly... I always take a bot and call him Gopher. And all the little odd projects that I have going around, he's going to be the guy that does them for me. I gotta wait till he's done thinking over here. But I'll come move all these while he's doing his stuff. So yeah, like, he's digging up. I'm doing the same thing here, but with what's it called? Losing my words here. But with food, I'm probably going to do berries. So I like berries better than mushrooms. So now I'm just going to hit stop real quick. So I'm trying the same grid. This is something new. I haven't done this before. And obviously I haven't played this game in ages either. So I'm going to take this. Move you one over. Okay. Oops. And then I'm going to take this one. Do the same thing. One over. All right. Then just tell him to go. Now he'll dig up these little areas for me. And I gotta do something with these flowers here. I hit him with a stick. Oh. I forget. There's like a... Oops. Trying to remember, there was like a... Oh, well. I'll figure it out in a second. Let's see. Let me grab a rock. Here's a... Oh, that's an egg. And I'll go grab a stone from the storage over here. No, I still can't do anything with it. You know what? I probably need a shovel. There we go. Give him a shovel too, because his broke apparently. There you go. Alright, he's going to keep digging up over there. These guys are doing well. Logs are down, so you know what I'm going to do? The logger. Stop for a second. You are going to do this until this is full. So now with that full, he's not going to chop anything else down, and that'll make it so the forest stays lush until we need them, because these are just going to come here and then they'll just despawn eventually, so we don't want that to happen. And, you know, I'll make another one of these too in a bit as a secondary storage. It's always nice to have a secondary storage of things. And I'll have like a bot move stuff from here over here or something like that, or wherever I decide to put it. So I've also got 3 forager bots. These aren't the great for forgers, because all they can do is make it. They don't have enough bit information in their brains to make it and then take it to a storage unit and then repeat it all. So we have to wait for the next level bots for that, which is why we're getting our food up here. Oh, the charge, I was right here. Who are you? Oh, logger's just over here hanging out. So that's why we've got this going on. So let's go out and get some berries. So I'm going to grab a couple sticks to bring with me. And I'm just going to go out. And I wish I had the... Like, fruit trees are great. Those are what we'll upgrade to. But we'll go around, find these berry bushes here. We'll smack off some berries. And we'll come bring them over here. because what we're going to do afterwards is we're going to have him dig holes here to plant all these. And then once they're planted, they'll just keep regrowing, which is what's great about the berries. Oh, whoops, I didn't want to do that. Do that. So I'm just going to go do this for a bit. And we'll be right back in. But yeah, so we'll get this set up. You know, I've got a bunch of berries over here, so we'll just be going around, grab those, and just bringing them all right back here. So it's not going to be fun to watch. That's why I was like, yeah, we'll skip a lot of stuff on this because it's not fun to watch this for 10, 15 minutes. Alright, got a couple berries here. He finished up, so I'm having him dig all the holes now. And one thing to note, when you walk away from... Let me find my stick here. Here it is. If you have food on the ground like berries and you walk away from it, see that bird? He'll come and eat your stuff. So you want to be careful about that. So what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of follow him around real quick. We're going to bury these right behind him. These cheeky chooks over here. Gotta watch out for them. So, and then with that, you know, we'll go back and forth. You see him? He's coming. Don't eat my berries. I wonder if that's far enough away. I doubt it. Bastards are tricky. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just... Hey, get out of here. We'll just plant them as we go. You see the bushes are coming up now. So we'll go get 27 of these, fill up this, wait for it to be ready, and then we'll set up some bots to harvest and pick up. Probably one of each, maybe 2 harvesters and one picker-upper. We'll see what we need here. And then with that, we'll have our basic food set so we can start getting that stockpiled. And then we can work on our first colonists. I always like, in this game, it's much better to be overly prepared before you jump into something, because if you have underdeveloped colonies, it just hurts you in the long run. Then you're like really straggling to try and catch up. All right, so we are good and rolling here. So what I did was I got this one set up first. I just let the berries grow, and then I just gathered them myself. And then while I was doing that, I set up the plan for how my robots are going to do the work. So I'm going to see how quickly one person can get through this and see if I do need 2. But otherwise, right now I've got one out here whacking trees, and then until his stick breaks, when it does break, he'll go and get a new stick, and then he'll come back and start whacking trees again. And then obviously I've got my berry gatherer who will go out, pick them all up, and bring them right back in here. And I've just been grabbing them like this real quick and planting them, because you don't need a bot for it, since once they're planted, they always stay planted. It's not like mushrooms where you need to gather them and then plant more right after, which is why these are so great, especially to start off with. Same with, I like the apple trees better once you get going, because I find you get multiple fruits from an apple tree more often than you get multiple fruits from a berry tree or a berry bush. So, but yeah, so we'll get this started up with that way. And with that, we'll be ready for... Oh, you know, are both my charge bots down? Oh no, it's over there. And with that, we'll be all set to start our first colony, because this will be plenty of food to just have like 3 little babies. We can start doing all of our baby research, our little tier 1 stuff, and then we can get the upgraded robots, which will help us with our forging of our tools. And yeah, see those damn birds? They're gonna, whoops, they'll swoop right on in. So, but yeah, I think we're on a great start here. I also set up my secondary storage here. So I've got this one, the main one, which is what the force is based off of. And then I just have one bot that takes logs from here and moves them right on over to here. So that way I've just got a backup, and we'll use that for colonies later or anything else that requires wood. And this just makes it so as long as this isn't full, they'll keep chopping down trees. So if this gets full and this is full, they'll stop all production, which is perfect. That way we don't have unnecessary trees laying on the ground. And it's pretty much the same with the berries. If this is full, they'll stop gathering. And I'm definitely going to get a second bot set up here, so watch. We'll do that together before I go. So we'll just make this. And I never automate the beginning part of this for making bots because I automate the second bots, the Mark IIs. I don't find it necessary to do it here because you don't make that many. Alright, so this is going to be Barry Whacker 2. So record, I'm just going to go grab a stick real quick. I'll delete that code out. Alright, and then I want you to go over here. Start whacking trees. In that area. Repeat forever. And then if your hands are empty, I want you to come over here and grab a stick. Move to the storage, do that, and just do that forever. Oh, official planning, fruit farming. So that's all done. There we go, look at that adventure stop. I wonder what that looks like. All right. All right, throw my stick back in there. All right, yeah, so we blasted through the first part here. We are getting all set up, keep it organized. I think that's just a big thing. I know I have a trouble with that in the beginning of games, especially like this one. Like, to no end, I will just not be organized, and I'll have stuff everywhere over big areas, but I'm liking how I have these compact fields, and I'm thinking we'll put the colony here, then we'll keep building around it, and, like, you know, we'll go through this, we'll get rid of that. Maybe there's a bunch of grass here, so I can just, you know, trim some of this out. We can put our cattle here later when we get some of that. You know, we just got a lot of good stuff around. We got some cotton over here that we can start working on too, so a lot of different things to get going once we get in higher tiers. It's a really nice spot for us to be in. And just a lot of nice green too, just to work with. We don't have to worry too much about all this extra crap. Now, obviously I've got turf here, but we'll take care of that when the time comes. That ain't something to worry about now. That's for damn sure. So, but all right, guys. Yeah, I think that'll be it for here. I'm exhausted. It's like 3 a.m. I don't know why I started this so late when I knew I was going to play for like 2 hours just to get to this point. But if you are liking this, it seemed like everyone did have like a nice little jive on this, so I figured it'd be nice just to get this going again. So we're not going to do this instead of Founder's Fortune. It's going to be in tandem. We'll do it on like the weekends or something like that. So it'll be episodes just periodically and more sporadically. But if you're liking it, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below as well, and don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that little bell so you can see that sweet daily content that comes out every single day at 9:15. All right, guys, I am beyond exhausted. Merry Christmas. As I'm recording this, it's 3 a.m. on Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas, everybody. And as usual, I hope the rest of your day is not too shabby.